Everyone asks the wrong question about Temu. They ask, can I build an app like this? We believe it's a wrong question. The real question is why Temu beat 100 other marketplace apps that had more funding, more time, and in some cases a better product. We've sat across the table from founders asking for a Temu clone. Most of them are chasing the wrong layer. Today we are going to show you the layer that actually matters and what it takes to build it properly. Launched in the US in September 2022. Within about a year, it was pulling in tens of millions of monthly active users and had become one of the most downloaded shopping apps in the country. That's not organic growth, that's an engineered growth machine. Here's what most people miss. Temu didn't win because the product was better than Amazon or Shein. It won because two systems were working together at the same time and almost nobody else had both. System 1, a unique pricing structure that could go lower than competitors and still make sense because it cut out layers of middlemen and shipped in a way traditional retailers couldn't match. System 2, behavioral design, spin the wheel discounts, countdown timers, referral rewards, price drop notifications. This isn't decoration. It's a deliberate engagement loop built to bring people back daily, not once a month. Most founders see the spin wheel and think that's the product. It's not the product. It's the interface sitting on top of a pricing and supply chain engine most people never think about. Copy the wheel without the engine underneath and you get an app that looks like Temu and behaves like every other marketplace that quietly died in year 2. What founders get wrong when they ask for a Temu clone? We get this request a lot. Help us build something like Temu. And the first thing we ask is, which part of Temu do you actually want to build? Because almost every founder points at the same two things, gamification and low prices. Those are the two things that are hardest to fake and easiest to get wrong. Low prices without margin discipline isn't a business model, it's a countdown to running out of cash. We've seen founders build a beautiful storefront, launch a flash sale engine, and have no real answer for how they're sourcing products at a price that still leaves room to operate. Gamification without a reason to come back is just noise. A spin wheel bolted onto an app with nothing behind it gets clicked once and ignored. The founders who get this right start somewhere completely different. They start with the boring question, who is supplying this inventory, at what margin, and how do we keep quality consistent at volume? That question doesn't make it into the pitch deck. It's the difference between an app that survives and one that doesn't. This is the part of the build most agencies skip because it's not exciting to talk about. It's the part we don't skip. The 3 systems that actually make this work. If you strip Temu down to what actually makes it function, it comes down to 3 systems working in sync. Get one wrong and the other 2 don't matter. System 1, the pricing and margin engine. This isn't a static price list. It's a dynamic layer that has to account for supplier cost, shipping cost, platform take rate, and promotional discounting. If this system is built as an afterthought, you either bleed margin on every order, or you undercut your own promotions without realizing it. This needs to be architected early, not patched in after launch. System 2. The engagement layer, done as infrastructure, not decoration. Gamification only works if it's tied to real data, spin-to-win rewards that adjust based on user behavior, referral loops that track attribution properly so you're not paying out rewards you can't trace. Price drop alerts triggered by actual inventory and pricing changes, not a scheduled push notification. Built right, this becomes a retention engine. Built wrong, it becomes a cost center with no return. System 3, the fulfillment backbone. This is the unglamorous part, and it's the part that decides whether the business survives. Warehousing versus dropship versus cross-border fulfillment is a decision that changes your entire cost structure and delivery timeline. Temu leaned heavily on direct-from-manufacturer shipping to cut out warehousing costs, accepting longer delivery windows in exchange for lower prices. That's a deliberate trade-off, not a limitation. Whoever you build with needs to help you make that trade-off on purpose with your numbers, not copy someone else's model blind. Get these 3 systems talking to each other properly and you have something that can actually scale. Build them as 3 disconnected features and you have an app that looks the part in a demo and falls apart under real order volume. Where this fits together. This is exactly the kind of build we do at Calgary App Developers. We're not interested in shipping you a spin wheel and calling it done. We scope the pricing engine, the engagement system, and the fulfillment logic as one connected build from day one, so you're not retrofitting the hard part 6 months after launch when it's expensive to fix. We've helped founders separate what needs to exist at MVP versus what can phase in once there's real order volume to justify it. That sequencing decision alone is usually the difference between a founder who launches in months and one still stuck in scoping meetings a year later. Fast doesn't mean cutting corners, it means building the 3 systems that matter first in the right order, with a team that's done it before. If you're serious about building a platform at this scale, the plan matters more than the timeline. Talk to us. Let's scope it properly and build it right.